Happy Sabbath, church. You look so good. Tell your neighbor, you look so good. Just look into his or her eyes and tell him. Why are you scared to look at the eyes of your neighbor direct? Now, before we go for divine service, I was asked by my leaders here to stand before you. Today, we are closing our programs. Maybe I will tell you later my thanks as we come to the divine service. But now, I'm standing here specifically to tell you good news. Tell your neighbor that is good news. Yeah, friends, Masak English International Church, I've enjoyed being with you. It's so good to be here. There are places where you go, you just wish that you stay longer than you planned. But there are places where you go, you wish that the day should be cut short because it's not pleasant. Now, there is a dream as that you're already nurturing in your mind of having our own place of worship. Not in this hired building. There are also plans. The other day I was given you a strategic plan and I'm still going through it. Now, I'm standing here to encourage you. Please magnify and make it true, this dream. We can't keep on coming here every day without no plan in the future. I've been talking to my leaders, the church elders, that there is a plan that we want to establish our own place, whether by land or by a building, but in the near future, we must make it true that we have our place for worship. Let me tell you that Masak area is your missionary site. You have a duty to do here. And God has chosen you specifically to be missionaries to this place. Now, we can't do missionary work on a hired building for a long time. We must have a base. I'm told that to worship here, we pay rent almost 5M every month. Almost 5M. Now 5 million per month. How much is it for a year? Almost 60. This is too much. If you could invest in looking for a place that you will own. Now I know that in this years, land is expensive. But let me give you my experience for the time that I've been taking care of Mjema. Mjema is a mobile church, right? It's a no place, but it is at the city center of this Dar es Salaam city. We just worship in a hard hall as well, and we pay a lot of money there. Now, and in that area, when you ask for land or a building, so we made our money that we also be speaking of billions. But when you see at the people of Mjema, most of them, they are just students. From IFM, from DIT, from CB, from MOHAS. They are just still in school. People who are self-supporting, those who have income, reliable income, are very few. But we said, no, let's raise money. And as a certain company gave us an offer that they'll sell to us their place near Muhimbili, 5 billion. Can you try to raise money to get 5 billion? But we said, yes, we can. The first is to say, I can. If we say you can't, all the time we will remain not doing anything. Yeah, there are those young men, brother Kyoko, who say, at the moment I can't take care of a woman. You will never take care of her. And you will never marry. You will grow old, always fearing to marry. Marry, and then you face the consequence of marrying. We say, if you want to know that you are clever enough to marry, then the challenge of a woman will approve you whether you are fit enough upstairs or not. Don't play with the women. Now, when you talk of Masaki having a place for worship, we talk of raising money. Now, our leaders have come with a plan that the people would, people will pledge. The leaders made a plan and they made a list of all members that worship here. And made an estimate of the money that everybody should contribute monthly so as to reach a certain target. Now, they'll give you that card. You will be given a card. Now, the amount that you will see there, those were the estimates of the leaders. They thought that you can afford. But you are free to adjust it, either by reducing it or by adding it. That this is too small for me. I'll add some. Oh, this is too much for me. But at last, we want to come with a specific and reliable amount that we can be working on, that in our plans after this time, maybe after a year, we will have gathered and collected this amount that will make us achieve our goal in the near future. We have to get out of here. This is not our place. And we have to find a place where we'll be worshiping comfortably, and we'll do our missionary works in a way that we have more freedom than here. So may I ask the brother, yes, I see that the brother Nyombi has a card there. May I see them if they are ready? The card? Not yet. So they will give you a card, and you will go through it, and after filling it, then you return it to the leaders. Then that one will be used as a base for our estimates for collecting and raising fund that if sooner will be able to get a place. And let me encourage you that you will make it. For sure, you will make it. Of recent, when I was at Mjema, when people talk of billions, then it came a good news that a certain man offered us to sell his plot by 800 million. 800 million. That was more than a surprise that how can he at the city center? So we worked on it. By the time I left Mjema, we've gathered more than 300 million. Is that little? And the people there pledged, and we are working on their pledges every Sabbath, every month, every year, and there is a hope that they will make it. So I'm here to encourage you that have big vision than what you have now. Don't just enjoy coming here and worship and singing. This building is not ours unless we buy it. So otherwise, let's have big vision that let's do something and have a permanent station in this place. Our missionary site is Masaki. Let's have our home here till Jesus comes and finds us. We are doing a job here. May you tell us details of the card that people are going to get? Maybe tell us a little about it. Yes.
Praise God again. I'm seeing the faces are already changing. What's up? Are we still okay? Okay, thank you. So what we have done is there's a proverb that you cannot continue doing the same thing and expecting different results. So we are going to do a little bit different things this year. The first thing is that we have tried to give a target to each and every member who comes to Masaki. So every person who comes here is going to get a card indicating an amount which we are requesting them to contribute every month. But then it is not cast on stones. You have a duty and you have the ability to change what the target which has been indicated in your card. So if, let's say, we've given you $1 million, I know $1 million is too less for many of us here, you can indicate that for me, I think you are really underestimating me. I will be giving 5 million every month. Or if we indicate $1 million, then you can say, okay, let me begin by giving 100 every month. So we are going to do a projection based on what the members are willing to contribute every month. That is number one. Number two, it might happen that there are a few who will be omitted, maybe because we did not capture their names for one reason or the other. There will be plain cards. So if you did not receive a card, please reach out to either elders, me, or the MDF committee. May I request the MDF committee to stand? Sister Jane, any MDF member who is present here now, you can reach to any of them, and they will give you a card. So our strategy is to invest in the UTT. We project to contribute to raise about 15 million per month. We will be paying rent for the time being as we invest the rest towards acquisition of a land. And somewhere in May, we are going to have a mega fundraiser, which will involve members of the church and invited guests in May. We will have another one in October. So there will be monthly targets, and then we will also request you to at least give yourselves a goal towards the mega fundraiser in May and the mega fundraiser in October. So when we do these two major fundraisers, at least we might be in a position to have some money which we can commit to us a piece of land, and then we can acquire and even pay on installments. For more details and information, we will give further elaborations tomorrow during the church business. Thank you.
What do you say? Are you scared? No. It's a privilege to be somewhere where there is a need, and you become one of the